6, height on 4. Goes to show you how strong these guys are in terms of fragging. They do get the opportunity. That's perfect. Now, oh yes. Well, did he dog his teammate? No. Yes, Ajay did go down. I'm not sure. He must have been spotted. Otherwise, I don't expect William to actually take that knock if he didn't really have to. Cook inside the building is still trying to make something work with that nade. He's done lots amount of damage. He knows he's around the corner, but it's still a one-shot for both of these sides, so he's not really at a big advantage right now. He's waiting for his teammates. He's playing this so smart, but William with a jumping shot of the DBS. I think that was a jumping headshot. Is taking him down. He's going to get traded, but neither way. Wow, what a performance coming in from Timor Leste. I did not expect him to go that way.
It was looking as well like all away while also trying to get these nades on out. He has a little bit of cover from his teammates over the shoulder. Stays alive with just 5 HP. That nade doesn't knock him. There's a good chance he can try and make this work. It's not looking good for the other side. He's still getting that util out. He still has the support from his teammates. One of them has been knocked, but they're already healing back up. And it's looking good so far for that hold on this ferry compound. That's another knock. It's finally traded, but
needed to wait and sit back. But instead, that first player was breached by the Bangladeshi players, and they realized they could isolate him. And that's where it all fell apart. Indonesia, meanwhile, continuously fragging out. They know how to, time and time again, rotate safely into positions where they can gatekeep everyone else. And that's what's happening here as well. As we have another team eliminated this time around, it is Timor Leste. Eliminated in 9th place, just outside the placements as we go into the first points being given out based off of survival. They really have hard cover, that's why the Sri Lanka is... Oh, we will...
Not looking all that good for Timor Leste as well on that northern side. They're trying to third party, trying to get some of these kills in. They're getting the confirmed, but they're also getting torn apart from the sides. Taipei rolling on in. They are getting the roadkill at least. Pink is the last one off, trying to get the hell out of there. Not gonna happen, as that roadside on the north is getting so bloody. It's not looking clean for anyone involved. Kevin wants to get the hell out of there, wants to try and reposition towards the north where he has some teammates left, but Thailand already lurking on in the distance. Looking to pick up whatever is left from that fight. See what happens to the remainders of Timor Leste. But I'm not worried about Malaysia here on the top. They've lost one now, but they've got themselves. For the Maldives, as a team like Malaysia is able to just look over from the top and Indonesia from the other side, making this very hard to get out of the compound.
Sri Lankan supporters in the chat putting up some more donations here. Thank you very much for your support, and shout out to the Sri Lankan fan base as they are once again being supported in the chat by the esports zone. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going back to Indonesia. The team to watch so far, they have found another footing in the current safe zone, far towards the eastern side, and after partying, just popping away. As we said, there's more kill potential for them to be found, because they started clear.
Thailand, Japan's on the good side of things for once. Not something we've seen a whole lot today, as the overall leaderboard will tell a big story about. I said maybe just 1 or 2 hot drops. It's looking like a whole lot more. That's a DBS. Timing's not been clean so far, but look at that. Another one of Thailand knocked. It's fallen all to pieces. And those are the risks you're taking if you continuously hot drop. It's not always going to work out as it has for Thailand. It's not looking likely again. There's a few flushes coming out already. We might just be down to 1 Thailand player at this point. I think it's 2 still, but maybe one of them knocked to their feet. It's not looking pretty.
Oh, and surprisingly enough, that's what happens. And hot drops, a good one for everyone who took their time for a slow and controlled rotate through the southern side. For example, Cambodia, we've been waiting for. And the one team that is, as we said, very expectedly all the way down on the leaderboard. Maybe they can make something of it. Nobody's being spotted out on the rotate. Shouldn't take too long for him to be spotted out from either side. At the moment, he's got the smoke, but that's going to fade him in. There's so many other teams that don't really need to necessarily fight at the moment and can just look around the circle like Malaysia. I think that breach is going to be incredibly tough. More breaches are coming in Cambodia. I said we need a good game. Right now, they're in a good spot to do so, but their next fight is going to decide everything they get in this round.
Good reposition from Vietnam, getting themselves closer to the road, playing the little ridge line, using the cars as cover as well to make sure.
But the zone in and of itself is a little bit further towards the east as well. Oh no, in fact. Oh, that is so unfortunate, but I'd be lying if I would say that has never happened to me. That's just unfortunate. You are excused, in fact, but that's just not how you want to go out of this day.
He got a flush and 2 knocks. He had brought it down to a 1v1. And then that happens. Oh, that is so unfortunate. It was looking so good. He was making such a stand for himself, and then a little bit unfortunate bounce on the radar. They are so involved in a fight right now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I also like the initiative from Shaco to immediately reposition. He knew that was a position that was free. Unfortunately, now that we've seen the kill feed, it didn't quite work out. But I still think these are the kind of situations where you know you're at a disadvantage. You know these guys are coming. They can, because at one point they will need to move north. And that means down from the hillside by the looks of it. At least the way the circle is shifted right now, it tends to be a city ending. I know I gambled on a southern ending, but I guess we're not going to get that. Meanwhile, it is Thailand eliminated. 6 frags, no placement point whatsoever for them.
Yeah.
As they're out in 12th place.
They got themselves the kills when they could, and then they couldn't find a way on in into a very, very hard circle. Timor Leste versus Cambodia on the south. Timor Leste at least getting a few kill points, sort of showing a little bit of life now. It's William again, the one that's putting up big points for them. He's been the star of today for them, but again, they're sitting between multiple teams. They're going to have a very hard time moving. I'm loving where Pakistan is at right now.
It's across the street. Marnet, who's been the most important fragger for Myanmar, I want to say, together with West Kerry, has found an entry, but he's going to get traded out immediately. Brunei gets, found in the smoke, but there's traders there immediately. Brunei bringing things back, and I think Shaco might be revived as well.
Nice little clutch raise for Brunei at this point, as they will consolidate back into 3 players up. Nice little UMP spray to break the door and kill the player behind it. Love to see that. And
yeah,
I think that's already a knock coming in towards Nepal, by the way. The pressure's already mounting, but they are shifting all the way towards this. Their skill disparities aren't crazy, and I feel like everybody's showing some flashes of brilliance today. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of teams in this lobby. Malaysia right now, I think they're the consistency kings, and they're one of the least flashy teams in the lobby, because they have just consistently put up good numbers without exploding like crazy. But again, not a crazy circle position for them, not a crazy amount of kills. But if they keep focusing towards the west here, I think it'll be point game for sure.
Yeah, it could very well happen.
They want to send it though, I think. I think they want to go north here. I think they're smoking a path to try and go down the hillside already.
I feel like that would be too early.
I think so too.
I think they could easily wait for the circle shift to close, and at least third parties, some of these teams coming in from the western side. I don't think they realize how many people are there, which is understandable because they haven't fought up until now. But even if you do the move downwards, why not do it with the circle closing while everyone else has
multiple teams? Japan, like we said, they want to activate, and they are activating, and they're third party in this, and they're just finding gift after gift after gift. That's one down. There's another team eliminated. They're sweeping around their sectors. They're clearing their side. The circle has gone hard north. But I'm still okay here for Pakistan, I think, because not only are they 4-man strong in that building, Cambodia and Malaysia have been waiting for them. We've been waiting for them as well. We have the leaderboard, and it's Pakistan in first. 5 points ahead of second. After a terrible start to the day, they have done incredible things in the last 3 volleys.
Unbelievable. 51 elimination points. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Pakistan. Malaysia, 63 points as well. Nepal and Indonesia with 61 each. And then there's the big cutoff that we've been talking about. Goes down from 43 to 29 points. Even a Bangladesh who was always on the brink of the big breakthrough game. So often we've seen them in the middle of the game having 3-4 frags, but always losing a single player and then just not making it into the very late stages. I think there was not even a single top 3 placement for Bangladesh, even though they have such a talented roster. And I want to see Bangladesh bring it tomorrow. Bhutan as well, Myanmar, Japan actually moving up to 7th place also. Maps but I want to talk about the distance again. It's 18 points difference from 5th to 4th with only 6 matches left to go.
Yeah.
That is a lot. That is a lot. So I'm not surprised to see all these top teams perform as well as they do.
We're basically looking at 4 teams that are competing for the top 3 spots right now. and then everybody else is in a different class altogether, right? Everybody else is just trying to close the gap. Thailand, Vietnam, Japan, Bhutan, Myanmar. They're all trying to close the gap, and it's still entirely possible, but they need a little bit of a slip up. They need Indonesia to continue playing like they did on the second half of the day, and then they still need a second team to also slip it up. So it's really, really hard for anybody after 5th place to close that gap, but we've seen what teams can do, and I'm not putting it past anyone. Pakistan looking absolutely stunning right now, and we will have to wait and see who pulls up like that tomorrow. If they can stay in form, or not tomorrow, the day after. If they can stay in form, nobody's going to beat them. But 2 of the top teams would have to fumble for bottom teams to close the gap, and now we're looking at the teams who really have a whole lot of work ahead of them. I don't want to say it's impossible. 40 points is possible, but it's extremely hard.
Yeah. As you said, it's going to be almost impossible. I think... What do you need realistically from 26 points? Let's just take Brunei as an example, or even Cambodia, 16 points to get to 61. That's not even one good game. That's not even one dinner. To be close, it's 2 dinners at the very minimum, and none of the top teams are able to score in the meanwhile. Now, if that happens, let's just theorize. You take 2 dinners, none of the top teams score.